out of trouble. Gray, can he finish? He slips. It'll bounce. It'll go through. Nutmeg. I think it's a goal.
I don't think Robbie said too much to me my first 3 years, just the way he is. He's very quiet and goes about his business, and he lets his footy do the talking.
Robbie Gray comes up to attacking 50. Somehow through traffic, a little bit of dancing with the stars, ran around Kate Simpson and gold.
With Robbie playing 250, my first recollection is this freakish skill, navigating his way through traffic, kicking freaky goals, just tearing oppositions to pieces time and time again.
Just his smarts, especially around stoppage, certainly in the forward 50, just one-on-one work, unbelievable. And his hands, for a smallish sort of guy, he's got incredible hands, and his ability to work through traffic is ridiculous.
Robbie Gray, a brilliant goal.
Robbie's so special because he's just got this touch of class that not many blokes around the league have.
That was brilliant from Robbie Gray. Now look at this.
I can remember one day he put the ball behind his back and just run out of a stoppage. I'm going, how does he do that stuff without, he's got a bit of basketball talent as well. He's just such a composed player. He sidesteps the way he's been playing the game for a long time. He's had 250 games, and people still fall for the dummy. He just gets away with it.
There's something special again, making them look foolish.
He's a bit of a jet basketballer. A couple of rings in the indoor area at our footy club, and he doesn't miss too many shots. So he used to tell us he was a jet growing up.
Robbie Gray, he's the king.
And you had to choose either way, go footy or basketball, and he's a very good basketballer.
Here we go for 5 1/4. Robbie! Let him entertain you!
I think the best one would have to be when he kicked 5 1/4 in a showdown. That was just ridiculous. I mean, who does that?
5 goals in one of the showdowns, and I can remember just going berserk because he was doing some amazing stuff with the footy in his hands.
For me personally, I remember pretty much every showdown that I watched, he was starring in.
Showdown medals, the goal after the siren against Carlton last year. There's the goal against St Kilda off the ruck tap from Paddy. There's plenty, but that's just a few of them.
Robbie Gray, one for the little men, yes!
Came in the club and he's quite sort of a shy character. He only speaks when he has to, and when he speaks, people listen.
But, to anyone that knows Robbie Gray, if he needed something, you'd only ask Rob and he'd be the first to say yes.
Being an absolute leader of the club, he's been very mature, and he's shown younger boys you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't work hard and use it properly, then it's going to go to waste. So Robbie's been a really good example for that.
Robbie Gray's hurt his knee.
I wasn't sure he was going to get there, because when I first got here, Rob had come off the horrible knee injury, really bad knee injury, as bad as you could probably see when it comes to doing an ACL.
The biggest thing of his career is how he's come back from that ACL. I think that turnaround has just been unbelievable, and a lot probably wouldn't know what he went through with it all.
He's, I think, won 4 or 5 best and fairest now, which is rivaling some of the greats of our club. So to be able to do that over such a long period of time is special, and particularly coming off a knee reconstruction early in his career, he's been so special for us.
Gray crumbs, magnificent. That is as good as it gets.
The earliest memory is our flight over from Melbourne when we got drafted, and we sat next to each other on the plane, and we didn't speak a word. We didn't speak a word to each other. We played against each other in under-18s TAC, and his Oakley Chargers won the flag that year and beat us and knocked us out. So I wasn't a big fan of Rob, it's fair to say, and now we've become best mates. So it's funny how it all works out.
Siren sounds, a season-defining win.